channel. Today is a Sagittarius reading. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Sagittarius or have Sagittarius anywhere in your chart, please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it don't resonate, then don't try to make it fit. Oh Lord, Father God, Sagittarius. You see what the what you call it say now? It says Sagittarius. Congratulations to you and your family. Now, I picked up these cards, and let me tell y'all something. As I'm picking up these cards, it's falling out. Grand Rising, it's falling out, right? The cards is falling out. Okay, before we get into this, let me finish my little intro, okay? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Next to that like button, it's that share button. Click on that too. Take your finger, swipe over. Click on that thanks button if you rocking with your girl and you appreciate this reading. And next to that is hype me up. Hype up this reading so everyone can receive it, okay? And if you guys want to sow into me or thank me in your own special way, donations or anything like that, you can send it to my cash app, and that is 773-812-5742. um, I'm just gonna start doing that in my description, putting that in my description box in case anyone just want to do that, okay? If not, if you don't have Cash App and you have Zelle, you can send it to my Zelle, which is 773-812-5742 also. Or PayPal, which is also 773-812-5742. Okay? So thank you guys for all your love and all your support. So Sagittarius, let's get in tune with this, okay? Because I'm big Sag too, baby. Okay, 1213 in the door. That is me. But Sagittarius, no more repeating the past. Six of Cups in the reverse. No more of people watching you fail. No, people watching you feeling like you really don't have. Woo, child. People, oh, Father. My Father God cutting up early this morning, okay? My Father God said, you are moving forward, the chariot. Okay, 1218. My Father God said, you are moving forward, the chariot. Some of y'all about to get a new ride. You about to get a new whip. But my Father God said, everything that you hear today is the truth. The honest to God truth, okay? You're receiving this because you stood in your truth as well. Not only is that, you're being crowned. You're being crowned. Look at that. You're being crowned. And you see that garment right there, you know this is definitely them December Sages. Look at the garment. Or it could be the ending of November Sag. We're not gonna, but this is around Christmas time. Okay. So Sages, we are just full of love and giving the love to people. And we are generous and we are caring. And Sag, you standing in your truth, you're moving forward. People been watching you for a while of things not working. But my Father God say they not fit to watch that no more. They not fit to watch that no more. They also watched you take that leap of faith and trust in the Most High God. They watched you do that too. With no flying colors, like it is what it is. My Father God said do this. My Father God said do that. So guess what? They also finna watch my Father God move you on to common waters. Okay. Other people felt like you was investing so much in the Most High God and you want to receive it. Oh, they about to change. They about to see that change as well. You're going from this to this. And people gonna be looking like, how did it happen? God, you hear me? But I'm also hearing you don't even gotta say nothing. The only thing you got to say when people say how did it happen, you just say God. You don't gotta go into details. Not at all. You don't gotta go into details. My Father God said you don't have to go into details, Sage. This is all you gotta say, God. Because you know what? These are people that felt like God wasn't gonna never come through for you. These are people that felt like, you've been sitting out in the cold. Some of y'all been going through problems and with housing and living and things like this. This been you for quite some time. This been you. But God removes the old so you can receive the new. You've been in this Five of Pentacles, any money not looking that good. You feel me? But now you about to come out of it. Guess what? You going from this Five of Pentacles to this Seven of Pentacles. Oh, where money was looking funny, it's about to move. You about to be moving on up, like George and Weezy. You hear me? And a lot of people thought that you was lying, honey. They like, girl, I'm not even fit to argue with Sag about nothing. Her life, period, shows that she's lying. God ain't fit to do nothing for Sag. That's what they said. So I'm not even fit to argue with her because the proof is in the pudding. Look at her life. People feel like you are unhappy, Sag. That's what people feel. People feel like you are unhappy. You doing all this fighting for God. It's about you living for God and all that, doing all that. Your life is the proof. You don't got nothing. That's what people feel. Oh, that's what people feel. A car just flew under there. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. That's what people feel. Look. They say God don't love you, girl. God is my provider all day, every day. They say God don't love you. But my Father God about to show them how much he love you. See, while you been going through what you're going through, my Father God still been there for you. You feel me? He been there for you. He been showing out for you. But he been showing out for you and like I'm gonna say privacy. You know, like you may get a little bit here and a little bit there to where, you know, you don't have to ask nobody to pay a bill for you, pay your phone bill, or, you know, you don't have to ask nobody to, you know, with this, you know, small stuff. God been sending, you know, God worked through people. So maybe you've been talking to people that God been guiding you to talk to because the people that's around you don't believe that you're going to receive. And God been sending you things here and there through, you know, others because God worked through people. But see, this is the small right here. But this about to change because God got that for you. He about to give you this cup right here in front of those people. Yes, he is. Look at that cup. He about to give you that cup in front of those people. You see the cup? Overflow. This is your overflow, Sag. This is your overflow, Sag. You've been sitting in this Empress energy, loving the Most High God in front of everybody. These are the people you've been loving God in front of. And people feel like, oh, God ain't nobody finna argue with her about what God gonna do for her. God ain't finna give her nothing. That's what they said. And my Father God heard everyone that said it. He seen everyone that said it, and guess what? He about to bless you in front of these people. You and your family, Sag. You and your family is about to receive this. 10 of Cups to the Sagittarius, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. You feel me? With the Empress, with the Ace of Swords, the truth. My Father God is about to show them that you deserve what you are receiving. My Father God is about to show the world how much he loves you and how y'all relationship and y'all bond is. How you give him the glory and how you trusted in him and how you keep your faith in him because God is not a man that shall lie. Okay? Talk about it, Father. Yes. For some of y'all could be a high priestess. If you're not a high priestess, if you're not a chosen one, you are listening. God is guiding you to a chosen one. God is guiding you to a high priestess. But for some of y'all, you are a high priestess. You see that tarot in her hand? Some of y'all been watching tarot readers that is chosen by the Most High. That's getting that guidance from my Big J. Y'all see the BJ right there. Boom. Okay. What else, Father? Yeah. This is your justice. This is your justice. Normally this means juggling, but this is not juggling. This is balance. This is balance. You've walked away from people, places, and things that don't serve you. You also have been maintaining your sexual appetite. You haven't been running around here sleeping with everybody or trying to get over one person by jumping into the next. You have really been doing what you need to do. That's why this celebration is coming in fast for you, because you stay committed not only to the Most High God, but to yourself. You weren't getting in that Jezebel spirit like some people thought you was. Some of y'all ain't been having sex with like that. Y'all haven't been dealing with nobody. You been dealing with, you actually only been having sex with one person. One person. And it's like when that person is not around, or you and that person is not together, you're not having sex with that person. It's just you by yourself. It's just you by yourself. Mm-hmm. You could have people though that's romantically attracted to you though, because I'm picking that up too. Like people that wants to come in and get to know you. But it's like, I feel like, Sag, you feel like people only want to come in to have sex. And some of y'all are afraid of that. I'm picking that up. Like y'all are afraid because it's too many STDs and stuff out here. That's why you like, if anything happened, I know who gave it to me. I know where it come from. I'm just gonna continue to sleep with one person. And if I'm not sleeping with that person, I'm okay. I'm okay. Yep. Standing in your truth. Standing in your truth. What else? Yes. Patience. You've been very patient. Very patient, Sag. You are this earth angel. Okay. And my father God could have told you that you were an earth angel, or he could have told you been, if you have not, like I said, if you're not a chosen one, Sag, you've been watching a earth angel. You've been getting your guidance from a earth angel. You learn how to pour into yourself and balance things out in your life from a earth angel. And now you're about to walk on this path to your happiness, to your son. Now, if you are an earth angel, and my father God said you've been pouring into yourself, teaching others how to pour into themselves, doing your due diligence, doing the things that God have guided you to do, stepping into the light, coming out of your emotions, not letting things, get the best of you. You have grown and blossomed, okay? And my father God said you stood up and was this visionary leader, and you taught so many how to overcome Lucifer, how to be a better them, how to not let him trick them and manipulate them. So guess what? They are no longer stuck or chained to his temptation. Woo, talk about it. They was once confused. They are no longer confused. My father God there said there are so many that is in them God boxes, that is praying to him in the God boxes, not praying out loud. If you have not used your God box, I want you to. I want you to take your phone, download a diary on your phone, name that your God box, and I want you to, all your prayers, all your wants, all your desires, I want that. I want you to start praying like that. And this is why. Because when you're praying out loud, Lucifer can hear your prayers too. All your needs, all your wants, all your desires, he can hear them. And that's how he's able to trick you and manipulate you and send his soldiers towards you to make you think that it's coming from God. Okay. And then, it's like the red flag will be there, but a little charm will be there more. You know what I'm saying? So especially if it's a person, he know how to manipulate. If he could trick you, then he can beat you. And that's why I want you guys to start writing in your God boxes, because spiritual warfare is all about Lucifer tricking you. It's not about him. People say he could steal, kill, and destroy. I explain to y'all all the time, he can't take anything from you. He can't steal from you. He can't destroy you, and he cannot kill you. Your free will, by taking his temptation, is what kill you, destroy you, and mess up your life. Okay. Or put you on a path to where you have to learn from your mistakes because you're accepting his temptation. The fact that a lot of you guys are already in your God box and you're already moving the way that I've guided you, I cannot force you, but you felt like it was proper to do so. So now that you've been doing it, you've been seeing the difference in your life, especially with you being in that God box. Stay in it. Okay? Stay in your God box. You're no longer dealing with childish individuals. You're no longer stressing. You're no longer arguing with family and friends. You like, I don't got time for that. Uh-uh. Your whole mood has changed. You have changed. And a lot of people may not like it, but at the end of the day, this is what it is. This is what it is. You have stepped into this new. Okay? Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for something right quick. Okay. Yes, I have asthma, y'all. Now, this is something in my family's bloodline that is carried on down, asthma. But it don't stop nothing because I take it every morning, and once I take this every morning, I'll be good for the rest of the day. Um, you have the Emperor. Your Emperor also is trying to come towards you to build something stable and solid with you. This person is afraid about you not accepting them. But I'm also picking up here that, you know, God get when it come down to your Emperor, even though they're ordained by God, also get the green light from God. Don't just jump in it because, especially if you guys have not been one accord. Okay. So get the green light from God on that. Now I'm also getting here that you stepping into this boss energy. Ten of Pentacles, breaking generational curses. Okay. Why? Because you held on. You held on, baby. You held on to what God said. God is not a man that shall lie. Okay? And you held on to that. Yes, you did to love us. Even your twin flame journey, you held on to that too. My father God said, yes, he told you about your twin flame. He told you about your ordained spouse. For some of y'all could have walked away from this person. Even though you walked away from this person, it's like you have not, felt like uh God, don't never say that God has lied to you, because God don't forgive for that. That's speaking blasphemy. That's disrespecting the Most High God. So if you felt like that, don't never say that. Never say that in your heart or out your mouth, because my Father don't forgive for that. Okay, that's speaking blasphemy. That's disrespecting Him to the utmost, and He don't forgive that, because God is not a man that shall lie. It's just His timing. His timing is different from your timing. Okay. So I do feel like a lot of you guys been in this twin flame journey for a while. Some of y'all been here 5 years. Some of y'all been here on this journey for 4 years, 3 years, but you been here. Okay. And you've been walking this journey, and you understand that your twin flame has free will. They're going to learn from their mistakes. You're going to learn from your mistakes. But at the end of the day, even though God told you that this is your person, this is your ordained spouse and stuff like that, I feel like even though you knew this, you not allowing this person to mistreat you, because they do have free will. And it's going to be some, mistakes that's being made, because God don't control our free will. He don't force us to do things. He give us free will because we got to learn from our own mistakes and take accountability. And I feel like for some of y'all could have walked away from an ordained spouse. Like, look, I don't got time for this. And I feel like you prayed to the Most High God when you did it. You feel me? I feel like you just didn't say, well, Father God, I just, I don't feel like you was far as angry. I feel like you just like, you know what, God, I'm walking away from this. This person is not showing me the love that you say they have for me. They're showing me the total opposite. So I'm gonna let go and let God with that. I'm leaving this in your hands because I'm done. I'm just going to go on about my business and focus on my life. And I feel like that's what you did. You doing that, just let my Father God know that you still trust in Him. You still have faith in Him, but you don't trust this person. And that's understandable. We don't trust man. We don't trust, humans, because God you can trust. Because God know He wants what's best for us. But when it come down to people, Sometimes you can't trust people, and even though they are ordained spouse, sometimes you can't trust them neither. And the trust is it will wind up gone because you're trying to build something stable and solid, especially if you've already got on a journey and you're moving forward and this person is still stuck in low vibrational energy. It's hard for you to move forward with that person. It's hard for you to experience things with that person because that person is not on the same level as you. And my Father God, like, that person had to step up and become a visionary leader in order to get on your level, in order to be in this, empress energy, emperor energy. You know what I'm saying? They have to remove the old so they can receive the new. They have to change their mindset the way that you changed your mindset. They have to want things to be better in their life, and they have to take the action, and it has to be done with their own free will, because if they're not doing it with their own free will, then it's going to be like someone is forcing them to do so, and then it wouldn't be right because they'll constantly keep making mistakes. And I feel like when people is not taking accountability for their actions and for them, the things that they done, it's they're going to keep repeating it because they don't see what they're doing wrong. It's like they're throwing stones and hiding their hand. They're not really showing, they're not really taking accountability for the actions that they made. So they would keep making mistakes, and that's why you're being guided to go on with your life. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of you guys have not been like jumping under one man to get over another, or jumping under one female to get over another. Like, you've been truly focused on yourself, and you've truly been focused on yourself, trusting in the Most High God, doing what you have been guided to do. That's why things in your life is about to change for the greater good. Congratulations, Sag, to you and your family, because God said you and your family deserve what's about to happen in your life. Ten of Pentacles is the ultimate pinnacle in tarot. This is generational wealth that you are receiving from the Most High God because you have broken generational curses. I'm also seeing supernatural. Some of y'all, there is something that God has for you as far as a home, because I'm seeing supernatural. Okay, so y'all remember how Sam and Dean, if y'all ever watched Supernatural, if you haven't, then you should watch it. But Supernatural, Sam and Dean had got upgraded. Like, yes, Sam and Dean did not have a home for a very long time. Like, literally, they did not have a home. They did not have a place that they can call their own. But they was never without. And they had this fucking gold card, I promise y'all, that never stopped. That they didn't put no money on there. They didn't get paid for the stuff that they did. They was chosen by their family, and they was chosen by God, and God made sure they had everything that they needed in that, at that moment. Like, they had this card, and that card will always swipe. I don't give a fuck where they go. That car swipe for gas. That car swipe for a hotel. They been in multiple hotel rooms. Like, they was living in one for like a whole year, and they never came out their pocket to buy anything because they was doing things from the heart, And then they one day found out that their ancestor left them a beautiful big bunker. It was a beautiful big home that their ancestors left them, and they was able to move into that home. They also received wealth. They received some finances, and it felt so good to them to like be in their own home. So some of y'all about to receive this generational wealth, however it may be for you. You feel me? However, whatever it is that you've done when y'all that created this, whatever, because everybody is on a different timeline. Everybody is not on the same journey. So whatever you did to break the generational curse, that's going to be your wealth. Everybody's wealth will not be the same, but this Ten of Pentacles is here, and it's come from generational wealth being given to you because you broken generational curses. Also, it's this movie, y'all. It's about a twin flame journey. I forgot the name of it. His name, it was a black man that lived in Canada. he wanted to his daughter to be married. He wanted someone that could take care of her, provide for her, or whatever. And he chose this white man to marry his daughter, which his daughter was mixed. She was he had a white wife, but they lived in Canada. So in Canada, there was no like slavery or nothing like that. They was free in Canada, you know what I'm saying? And he had a successful business. He had a hotel or whatever, but he married his daughter off to this white man. And when he married her off to this white man, the white man actually sold her back into slavery. It's called the James Kent story or something like that. I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna go back and get it. I think it's called the James Kent story or something. And he married her off with to this white man, and the white man actually raped her during their honeymoon. He did not make love to her. He raped her and then drug her to the next. He took her out of town. Mind you that this is like the 1800s. There is no phone, right? But she was very highly educated. But he took her to the South and he sold her off, even though she was his wife. He sold her off. And it's a twin flame story because even though she went through the pain and the suffering of being taken from her family, she was actually meant to go over there because that's what her twin flame was. That was a man over there that actually protected her through her stay there. Um, he took a whipping for her because she was reading. And then she told them that the man that she was with um stole her and she wasn't a slave and stuff like that. But once the man bought her, he didn't care nothing about that. You know, on his mind, she was about to be his um what's that? His mistress. He was about to be sleeping with her in his mind. But the her twin flame was actually protecting her. He had took a whipping for her for reading. He helped her. She wrote a letter. She stole some paper, stole one of them master's pens and wrote a letter to her family. He helped her get the letter back to her family. And it was like, he helped her in so much that way, and she was trying to help him read, but he was like, we can't do this here because we would get whipped, and he didn't want her to experience getting whipped, so he actually took that whipping for her. And then her family went and got her, but she told her mom and her dad that she was not leaving without him, and they had to take him too. Yeah. And he was got free. They killed his mom in the process of it, but his mom did not care. She like, I want him to be free, and she told him to go. She was sad at first, but he did get free, and she got to meet and be with her twin flame, even though he was way, way, way away from her, and he never experienced anything she experienced, and she never experienced anything he experienced until the time was right. So even though we go through what we go through, even though it looks like it's really fucked up, you feel me, like, but if you just trust in God's plan, you'll see that even when it looked like it's bad, it's actually turning out good, because they found each other in the process of her hurt and pain. And she also came across her protector, and he was her protector. He already knew, how to make a living. He already knew, how to treat a woman. It was just certain things he was lacking on as well. And that's what she came in at. Teach him how to read and teach him how to, be genuine and soft, because he was so into his masculine energy by being on that plantation. He was a little bit feisty with her, but not like abusive or anything like that. She was hard headed, and he used to be like, "Girl, damn it, girl, you gonna get us killed out here. You fucking hard headed." And she would just be looking. He like, "I told you can't be reading. I told you can't do this. You gonna get us killed." And he took a whooping for her and everything. Like, the movie was very beautiful, but this is what I'm talking about, how God works. God is like, it looks bad because her situation looked bad. It was bad. But through it all, she even came across what God has for her. Even though she actually married the white man. But that wasn't her husband. That wasn't her ordained spouse by God. That God used that man to get her to her ordained spouse. And it's just the way that it went that was so fucked up. He married her and sold her into slavery. But had she not been sold into slavery, she would have never met her twin flame. And my Father God is saying that had you not been through, for some of y'all, the hurt and the pain by your twin flame, you would have never leveled up. You would never become the woman that you are right now. You would have never, because your twin flame is in your life to help you, to teach you lessons as well. Yes, this person may have been disrespectful, and this person may have been choosing others over you, but how long was you going to allow that to happen? Because all your life you've been loving people that haven't been loving you properly. Now your twin flame come into your life, and they're doing all the opposite things of what God said um they doing all. God say this person got a beautiful heart. This person ain't showed you no beautiful heart. Not lately. Like I'm pretty sure they showed it to you in the beginning because that's how y'all got with them. But after so long, they stopped showing you that. Why? Because they had lessons that they need to learn too. Being on the twin flame journey is all about learning lessons. That's why I said when they got together in the movie, they had to learn lessons. She needed to learn to humble herself because she needed to understand that yes, you may have may have been given everything, and you may have a rich father, and you may have never experienced this before, but my Father God needed her to be humble because you need to understand that even though you are a Black woman, does not mean that this can't happen to you. And it did happen to her. But she also met her person that God ordained for her to be with, that actually protected her. And for some of y'all, this person may have never shown you that he can protect you, or you may feel like he can't protect you, but God knows that he can. This person just have a lot of things they need to learn as well. It's lessons that need to be learned. And I feel like even though it looked like, things are not good, my Father God said lessons are being learned in this situation. I don't know what TV show my daughter was watching yesterday, but when I went to her room, she was watching some movie that said the Emperor and the Empress, and that's what they was calling them. And even in that movie, the Emperor was very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. I'm like, what the fuck going on in here? Why is he so disrespectful? She was like, he did not see his Empress worth. He was so used to him being who he was, and he was able to sleep with this woman and sleep with that woman. And when he came across his Empress, he did not know her worth. And for some of y'all, that's what took place. Your Emperor did not know your worth. But the thing is, he didn't know his worth either. That's what my Father God said. He said, that's the truth. You didn't know your worth in the beginning either. That's why you was going through what you was going through. That's why you was going through what you was going through. You do now, though. And you know why you do now? Thanks to your Emperor. Even though it looked bad, and even though that he may have hurt you, I'm not talking about nobody that's been smacking you, punching you, spitting in your face, and beating on you. I'm not talking about no man like that. Excuse me. No man like that. Period. Because God ain't going to send no man in your life like that. I'm talking about somebody that may have cheated on you, lied to you, because all of that is lessons behind stuff like that. Okay. This person may have breadcrumbed you or something like that, but you know your worth now. You ain't tolerating that bullshit. Not from him, not from a family member, not from a friend, not from a job, not from no one. Due to your Emperor. Him doing what he done helped you become this Empress, standing in your truth, doing what's best for you. And you cutting his ass out too, even if you got to. You ain't holding on to him. He in toxic energy. What you holding on to him for? And see, a lot of people think, oh, because God told me, just because God told you that this is your person, don't mean that you have to deal with their bullshit, because you don't. You don't have to deal with that. That's why you in separation now, because your energy told you that you deserve better. This person is toxic and you need to get the fuck on. And that's what you did. That's what you did. Their lying, sneaky, manipulating ways do not work for you anymore. And you stood in your truth, and you're no longer stressing about it, and you're committed to yourself and your happiness and God. And you are now stepping into this 10 of Pentacles generational wealth. Why? Because you have broke generational curses. This is something that your family constantly went through. The women in your family constantly went through. Being with people that do not fucking serve them. Being there for family, friends, and lovers that's being lying, sneaky, and manipulating towards them. Not, loving themselves enough to walk away. You loved yourself enough to walk away. And there's plenty in your family that did not break this curse. You have broken this curse. You love yourself to the max. You have family members in your generation that did not love themselves like this. Now you broke this curse to where your children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, bloodline is going to be able to feel this energy, receive this from you, and stand in their truth and love themselves correctly, because they don't have to fight as hard anymore about being loved correctly, because you've already done it. So you may see things change in your love life, and if you have kids, you may see love start being poured into them, because you broke that generational curse, and it's going to go down to your bloodline. Now you have your emperor here that also has to come out of this toxic shit. He got to start loving himself and standing in his truth. Because see, right now, he's not an emperor. Right now, he's not an emperor. Right now, he is a king of swords, Gemini leading Aquarius. He is a king of cups, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. He's in king energy. And for some of them, hell, they in night energy. And night ain't doing nothing. Night is lazy. Night is comfortable where he is, and that's with nothing. Okay? Some of them in king energy, because I feel like if he's a Gemini leading Aquarius and he's in his king energy or trying to step into the king energy, he got to stand in his truth. Standing in his truth is being honest with himself so he can be honest with others. If he's in his king of cups and he's a king of cups, his truth is he has to show his emotions. That's what they got to do. They got to show their emotions. If you're dealing with a queen of swords, she got to stand in her truth. She got to let go of people, places, and things that don't serve her. These are things that they have to work on within themselves, because if they're not, I'm also picking up that the men need to balance out their masculine and feminine energy. They need to know that it's okay to be vulnerable with the woman that they love. They need to know that it's okay to pour love into the woman that you love. This and men here being in their divine feminine energy, they think that's gay. That is not gay. That means that you can be soft, you can cry, you can show love to a woman that loves you. That don't mean that you need to be walking around here acting like, oh, men don't cry, men don't do that, because you're a damn lie. Men do cry. Men are men. Men can have emotions. But it's a time and place that you balance it out. You need to be this you need to be who you are at a certain time. You need to be in that vulnerable stage with your person. You need to be emotionally intelligent. You need to be emotionally giving to your woman, because that means if you're not, that means you're being emotionally unavailable to her. And guess what? That means you're being mean to her. That means you're not listening to her. That means you're not taking care of her needs. That means that you are treating her as if you don't love her. And that's why my Father God said that's something that a man needs to work out. They need to be able to balance out their masculine and feminine energy. Yeah. And show their emotions and their love for the woman that they love. Sag. So a lot of y'all, you could be dealing with a King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Your Emperor could be that, or your Emperor could be a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. These men need to stand in their truth to be able to become this Emperor. You see his face? He not for sure on what he needs to be doing. The first thing he needs to be doing is stop accepting Lucifer's temptation. You see how he's bound to it? Because he hasn't changed nothing in his life. He's comfortable with the toxicity that he surrounds himself with. He's comfortable with not learning nothing new. He's comfortable with where he at. He could be in this Five of Pentacles energy and he comfortable here. No motherfucker should be happy here. But he is. Yes? That's your cheese in the refrigerator? Come in, bro. Hold on, y'all.
My bad. That's your cheese in the refrigerator?
Yeah. Yeah. What you making?
I just got some chips and stuff.
Oh, okay. That's my brother, y'all. And I have a lot of love for him. Y'all know that my sister passed away, my baby sister. That's her boyfriend right there. He still comes around. He still love her. He still shows up. Like that's her emperor. That's her emperor. My sister have been gone since February. No, since January of January. My sister passed away January the 22nd. And he still comes around. He still sleeps in her room. He still, talks about her daily. It's almost for to be a year. My sister been gone. Yep. It's about to be a year. And he still shows up. That was her emperor. And, that was her higher level soulmate on this earth. They was together for 7 years. My sister was a little girl when she met him, and she passed away at the age of 23. And we just celebrated her 24th birthday. Yep. So okay. So ooh. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't knock the thing over. That's why some tower moments about to take place. Sudden change and shocking news about to take place. Okay. So you got my father God said it has taken this divine masculine a very long time. But it's time for him to start putting in that work of changing himself, of seeing his wrong, taking accountability. I feel like for some of y'all, this man is ready to do that because he's comfortable in this. This is not working, especially when you are emperor. If you don't know your worth and you're comfortable being here, baby, bye. I don't want to be there. This is not comfortable to me. And I'm here. I'm here right now. Whole Lord knows I ain't comfortable. I am not comfortable in that. I don't want to sit in that at all. So whatever it is that I have to do to come out of it, I listen to my father, baby, because I don't want to sit in this. This is not comfortable. But some of y'all, your divine masculines are sitting in this Five of Pentacles energy. Money looking funny. They get a couple of dollars. They cool with that. Life ain't changed. They actually, for some of them, they don't consider themselves to be homeless, but they are because they don't have their own. For some of them, they could be living with family. They could be living with friends. And it's not, I'm going to say they're not homeless to where they're on the street, but they don't have their own. They're not building anything. They're also around people that's not building either. The people you hang around the most shape who you are, who you become. And my Father God is trying to get this person to be by themselves so they can start seeing their life. Look at your life. Nothing has changed. Why are you comfortable living like this? Why is this comfortable to you? Why? And then for some of y'all, my Father God had to, pull everything from them because they was in so much toxicity. The Lucifer was showing, they was taking all the Lucifer temptation, everything. Like things could have happened to this person. I'm going to explain to you. You could have came into this person's life to help them grow. Instead of this person showing you love, they were showing you more of distant. Instead of this person showing you that they care, they was not. Instead of this person showing you that they wanted you, they was not. It was like this person was doing things to hurt you instead of show love to you. That's the fire Lucifer was lighting under their ass too. It was like all of the temptation they was receiving. But look at you were fruitful. So it was like you was, instead of you walking away from this person, at once upon a time you was stuck with this person, you stayed in it with this person, but enough is enough. Okay, so it's like at once upon a time Lucifer thought that he had you because you loved this person. He thought he had the both of y'all. But nah, you like, nah, I ain't fucking staying in this. I'm out of here. Like, no. And I feel like maybe you gave this person multiple chances. Maybe you would, leave and then allow this person to come back in, and because you thought that they was going to do right. Some of y'all, it could have been like 15 fucking times that this person, you didn't gave this person a chance. And then now you like, no, I'm done. I'm done. Two of Cups in a reverse. I'm not doing this no more. And my Father God is like, okay, now, when are you going to learn that your secrets, that you think that your sneakiness, you think it's a secret, you think people is not going to know it, or you think this person is not going to find out, or you doing these things? My Father God is talking to them like, okay, now you can't keep doing this. You can't keep doing this. You can't keep living like this. This is because I feel like this person, you see how they're looking up to the Most High God. This person want a different life. They do. And their heart is telling God they want a different life. But my Father God, like, okay, when are you going to take accountability for your mistakes? It's you that keep going after the temptation. It's you that keep accepting the temptation. It's you that keep failing. It's you that's comfortable. It's you running around here dealing with other people, trying to juggle your twin flame, trying to make this person feel, you putting this person in competition. You making this person feel unloved and unwanted. It's you. I can't keep opening doors for you to go towards this person just for you to let this person down. You got to change because you in this low vibrational energy. And I feel like for a lot of y'all, your person is ready to change. Yeah. Look, they're ready to put an ending to that life. Why? Because they miss your love. They miss your love, Sag. No one can love this person the way you love this person. Why? Because if this is your higher love soulmate, they are ordained. You are ordained as their partner. That is already your person. And if this is your twin flame, you share one heart, one soul with this person. Okay? This is your husband, your wife. That's your person. But they got free will. And believe it or not, even though with their free will, even though they mess up, even though they go out here and do messed up things, my Father God say they love you down because their heart is calling out to God to help them love you right. Mm, that's deep right there. This person's heart is calling out to God. They want God to teach them how to love you right. Look at that. Look at my Father God say, look down. Yes. This how they was loving you at first. This how they was loving you. They was only giving you a little bit. So where you had to close your cup for them, you was loving them like this. You was giving them all your love, Sag. But now look, this person is coming. They're not trying to give love like this anymore. They're trying to give love like this. And they feel like they need God to help them do it. They need God to win you back over, period. They need God to open that door because they like, Father, I don't know what to do. I don't know how she gonna, if she even gonna give me another shot. This person know they messed up, right? But see, this is your winning season. You hear me, Sag? My Father God say this is your winning season. You've already let go and let God when it come down to your twin flame journey or your high level soulmate journey. Continue to do that. Now, this is you receiving what God has for you for all your hard work. The Ace of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. You're stepping into your harvest season, your winning season. God has, ooh, no longer being stuck. No longer being stuck, no longer sitting in delays, no longer going through obstacles. You are going to a new level, Sag. Congratulations. Spirit say this is the truth because you put in that work. You and your family is about to step into a new journey. You and your family. And the reason why I say you and your family, because some of y'all got kids. Mm-hmm. Oh, this gonna help your kids too. This is going to help your kids get on their journey too. Like, what? God be snapping. You hear me? Yeah, because your baby's gonna see this too, especially if they are like big enough to see this. You know, big enough to see this. If they are, you know, they're not baby babies, but they are your baby. They are big enough to see the blessings that God has showered down upon you for doing the work. Mm-hmm. What else, Spirit? What else? So you got patience in the reverse. This is coming into you now. This is coming into you now. No more waiting. My Father God said you stay committed to this journey. You did not give up. People laughed about you. People talked about you. Your divine counterpart chose others over you. My Father God said he watched it all. And what did you do? You said, Father, I'm just going to let go and let God. And I'm just going to move forward and focus on me. And my Father God said, now it's time for you to receive this change. Make room for the new beginnings on its way to you now. You see that? Now. That say now. Make room for the new beginnings on its way to you now. This is happening. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you gotta move on in the reverse. I feel like somebody don't want you to move on. They praying to God that you don't move on. But I feel like my Father God said, just focus on you. You let go and you let God. Just focus on you. That's what you do. You don't have to entertain anything that you feel that it's not working for you at this moment. You don't have to. My Father God said right now, you just focus on you. That's all you need to do. Yes. You gotta make a decision and work on inner healing. Once your divine counterpart actually make a decision and work on inner healing, who this air sign, Gemini, leaving Aquarius, because this person don't want you to move on. They don't, y'all. This person don't want y'all to move on, Sag. This is someone that you are supposed to experience having a family with. If you are a male Sag, this air sign Gemini leaving Aquarius could be pregnant. Okay, so congratulations to you. Also, if you are a female Sag, this air sign Gemini leaving Aquarius, you could be expecting. You're about to give birth by a air sign Gemini leaving Aquarius. Yeah, they'll be back. My Father God say this person will be back, but they have to work on some inner healing. And while they're working on some inner healing, you're about to be birthing some new ideas. Things is about to be coming to light in your life. Okay. For some of y'all, it wasn't like some of y'all, this person was wondering why, things didn't work out far as maybe you were supposed to give birth by, have a baby by this person before. But my Father God said some of y'all are going through a cryptic pregnancy. If you never this is by your divine counterpart. So this pregnancy is going to be different. This is an ordained marriage, and a pregnancy is in the process of an ordained marriage. What people is used to seeing on the earth, they're not used to seeing this type of pregnancy or this type of journey. This is an ordained marriage. So therefore, my Father God If you know about cryptic pregnancy, then you know. If you don't know, then you have to do your homework on it. Cryptic pregnancies are different for everyone. Everybody go through a different cryptic pregnancy. Mother Mary went through a cryptic pregnancy when she got pregnant with Lord Yahshua. Hannah went through a cryptic pregnancy. Sarah went through a cryptic pregnancy. Hell, she was 90 when she got pregnant. God blessed her with a child at 90. Um, you know how some women still have their menstrual periods and be pregnant, and then all of a sudden, boom, they wind up giving birth. Some of y'all know that you are dealing with a cryptic pregnancy. Other people will not understand it. A lot of people, oh, my father God said that's why I came out, that people thought you were a liar. They thought you was a liar because you are going through a cryptic pregnancy. But my father God says someone here is expecting. Someone here is expecting. You are pregnant.